Stephen King once said he believed the road to hell was paved in adverbs. There's a lot of debate in the writing community about this topic, with many camps having their own opinions about adverbs and adjectives and how they're utilized. And while some writers believe they go against everything good and holy, there isn't an official rule on their usage. Therefore, everything that I'm going to include in this video and say in this video is completely up to debate. When it comes to good storytelling, leaning on adverbs and adjectives in place of good prose can cause your writing to become more telling than showing. And this is a concept that is very difficult to master. It's the writer's responsibility to bring as much detail as possible to the reader's imagination without compromising the pace of the story. This is something easier said than done. While we don't want to describe the detail of every blade of grass and leaf, the author still has to maintain a balancing act to keep the reader informed while at the same time moving the pace of the story along. Adverbs tend to truncate those details and are usually found in places where the storyteller can flesh out their message more to the reader. I would like for you to hearken back to when I was with Nina at the beginning of this video. One could try to describe that as the sad man was holding his cat, or the man sadly held his cat. But I need you to ask yourself a question. Would that do the scene you saw any justice? Don't listen to him. He's evil. The answer is no, because there are so many details happening there that the adverb and the adjective that were used in those two examples don't do the scene any justice and cannot properly convey the message that the writer is trying to deliver to the theater of the mind of the reader. Adjectives and adverbs, when used incorrectly and are leaned upon by writers, tend to actually shorten the length of their writing too. I've done critiques for other authors that tend to lean heavy on adverbs and adjectives, and I was able to expand on their work from a paragraph to a whole page, eliminating certain words and expanding on prose and syntax in place of those adjectives and adverbs that were holding back their story. Will you stop that? Adverbs and adjectives can also be included in dialogue. Hey, people use them all the time when they're speaking. Now, my personal stance is that they're fine in moderation when used to fluff out structure, but not to be utilized as a crutch and in place of good prose and syntax. So how do we go about rectifying those two sentences? Well, here's what I came up with. The man's trembling arms held steadfast to the cat, his quivering mouth releasing long wails, pleading, "Nina, don't leave me!" That serves to better paint the scene of sadness, lament, desperation, clinginess, the things that were displayed in that scene rather than just being sad. My challenge to you is to try to write your version of that scene in the comment section and to help others with examples and show them what you got. Remember to always try to paint a picture rather than dictate the details. If your voice sounds like it's dictating the details directly to the reader, try to dance around that. Ultimately, some discernment is needed. Try to see things from the reader's perspective. If an adverb or adjective is jerking them out of the theater of the mind, then rework that portion. Or the hell with them. It's your world anyways, right? Take care, friend. Thank you for letting Papa shoot that angel. Okay.